evening. Welcome to the February 7th meeting of the Town of Southampton Conservation Board. In accordance with the Town Board's adoption of Local Law Number 14 of 2022, the Board's meetings are being held both in person at Town Hall and via video conference through Zoom webinar. The link to participate in this meeting via video conference can be found on the town's website at the Town Clerk's Agendas and Meetings portal. You can also watch the live stream video and submit written comments for the public record through the town website. If you are attending via Zoom and you wish to speak during this meeting, then please click the raise hand icon. As a reminder to all applicants, agents, and members of the public who wish to speak at the meeting, please state your name and hamlet of residence for the record. Thank you. I invite everybody to rise for the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. What is your pleasure on the minutes of January 24th?
Motion to accept?
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearings, A021084, Judy P. Gallagher. And as is our custom, the next one neighbor is the similar application. We'll do them together, A021085, SCI Cartrapa. And the applicant requests adjournment to March 27th, 2024. Is there anyone on Zoom who would like to speak in this application? There being none, is there a motion to adjourn to March 27th?
Motion to adjourn to March 27th?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A022054, Paul Basic and Lisa Gallo. And the applicant requests adjournment to February 21st, 2024. Is there anyone on Zoom who would like to speak in this application?
Motion to adjourn till February 21st.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I just asked on Zoom, just for the record, because there's no one in the audience. Advisory reports for the planning board, Corwith Red Barn subdivision.
Good evening, Marty Shea, Chief Environmental Analyst for the town. This is a pending subdivision application for a piece of farmland on Upper Seven Ponds Road in the hamlet of Watermill. The application is in the pre-application stage. There are two quick comments that are being recommended. The first is that based upon a field assessment completed on February 6, 2024, the abutting town-owned drainage / recharge basins neither contain nor are regulated as wetlands pursuant to Chapter 325. Moreover, the continued farming of the tract, which is proposed for subdivision, is not anticipated to have any adverse impacts on these areas. And second, in the interest of protecting prime farming soils, the Conservation Board supports the Planned Residential Development Conservation Opportunity Map as prepared by David L. Saskis, dated May 7, 2010, last revised June 22nd, 2023. As the plat is consistent with the grant of development rights easement as recorded with the Suffolk County Clerk on December 9, 2013, which established a 16.4 acres of agricultural reserve.
Motion to send these comments to the planning board.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 64 Lewis Road subdivision.
Say pending residential subdivision in the pre-application stage for property at 66 Lewis Road in the hamlet of East Quogue. There are several recommended comments. The first is that based upon a February 6, 2024 field assessment, the tract supports hundreds of trees, including native eastern red cedar, pitch pine, and black cherry. Notwithstanding periodic mowing of the grass, sedges, and other herbaceous cover beneath these trees, These open groves and areas of remnant dense underbrush need to be mapped as natural vegetation for the purposes of demonstrating adherence to the Aquifer Protection and Central Pine Barrens Overlay District clearance standards. Both existing and proposed clearing and tree removal limits, along with square footage calculations, need to be provided for the entirety of the tract. And second, there is a largely destroyed canvas storage building housing wood, zinc, aluminum poles, cart, and other materials and debris along the south property line to the west of the main residence and swimming pool, and to the south of the centrally located deck. The storage building needs to be shown on the subdivision map and identified as TBR to be removed. And lastly, the tract neither contains nor is adjacent to town-regulated wetlands.
Move to send these comments to the planning board.
Second?
All in favor? Opposed? For the ZBA, Brian J. Farrell as trustee of the Joseph G. Farrell Jr. Irrevocable Children's Trust.
This is a pending variance application for a small triangular piece of vacant land on Sag Road in Sagaponic. There are several recommended comments. The first is that based upon a January 25, 2024 field assessment, the site is marked by exemplary native oak heath laurel forest of great significance as a buffer and habitat linkage for approximate public and private conservation lands to the west and east, as well as a pristine water catchment area for the underlying sole source drinking water aquifer. Second, the minimum floor area pursuant to section 330-104A for one family dwelling within the CR 120 zoning district in which the lot is situated is 1,000 square feet for a one-story building and 1,400 square feet for the combined two-story total for a two-story building. As such, the footprint of the planned dwelling can be reduced in order to lessen the extent of needed dimensional setback relief. Thirdly, the survey depiction of the proposed clearing needs to be portrayed as a linear demarcation rather than as a squiggly line, and that's to ensure that the required clearance standards pursuant to section 330-67 are strictly adhered to at the time of land disturbance and construction. And lastly, a letter of wetland non-jurisdiction was issued by the Environment Division on October 4, 2023, as the planned development is located greater than 200 feet from the nearest town-regulated freshwater wetlands.
Move to send these comments to the ZBA.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The administrative wetland permits are in your packets. Resolution of conditional approval, A 022059, St. George Camp LLC. Any discussion?
Move to issue.
Second.
Resolved that a conditional wetland permit approval granted to St. George Camp LLC for the proposed project on the terms and conditions set forth therein. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A 022101, Eric Belfi and Tara Belfi. Any discussion?
Move to issue.
Second?
Resolved that a conditional wetland permit approval granted to Eric Belfi and Tara Belfi for the proposed project on the terms and conditions set forth therein. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A 023041, Jennifer Standing, and this is the applicant requests postponement to February 21st.
Motion to postpone to February 21st.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A 023057, NTS Mecox LLC. Any discussion?
Move to issue.
Second?
Resolved that a conditional wetland permit approval granted to NTS Mecox LLC for the proposed project on the terms and conditions set forth therein. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A023061 Blooming Investors LLC. Any discussion?
Move to issue.
Second.
Resolved that a conditional wetland approval granted to Blooming Investors LLC for the proposed project for the terms and conditions set forth therein. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A023063 Rivendell Mecox LLC. Any discussion?
Move to issue.
Second.
Resolved that a conditional wetland approval granted to Rivendell Mecox LLC for the proposed project on the terms and conditions set forth therein. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Preliminary jurisdiction determination, A022082 Erlinda Bildner, applicant request postponement to February 21st.
Motion to postpone to February 21st.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A02210015 Crescent
This
Street LLC.
This application relates to residentially developed property in Noyak, as described by the January 29, 2024 preliminary advisory report on record. The application has been filed in order to legalize various renovations and additions to an existing two-story residence, inclusive of both one- and two-story additions, basement addition, reconfigured pool deck, partial deck reconstruction, second-story deck, easterly deck, front entry deck, various gates and steps. There are also basement entry steps and a partial finished basement that needs to be legalized, as well as the construction of a new detached garage. Consistent with my office's recommendations, the applicant has come forward with a plan for upgrade of the sanitary system and for installation of an IAOW TS. I had recommended to the applicant that a covenanted wetland preservation area, naturally vegetated wetland, non-disturbance, non-fertilization buffer be established and maximized on the site within the bounds of the buffer. I've asked that the existing lawn and various hedges and fences be removed. The applicant has indicated that they're amenable to the recommended mitigative measures. As such, this is an application for which we have sufficient information to make a determination. Accordingly, I'm recommending that the hearing requirement be waived.
Motion to waive the public hearing.
Second.
Resolved that the Town Conservation Board hereby waives the public hearing requirement pursuant to Chapter 325, Section 325-80 of the Town Code. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A023022 Guillaume Savadier, and this applicant requests postponement to February 21st.
Motion to postpone to February 21st.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A023033 Jason P. Goslin and Nancy Goslin.
The Jason Goslin application relates to a property with significant frontage on Wildwood Lake. It's a site that has a history of building various frame cottages on the property, serviced by outdated cesspools. There are extensive freshwater wetlands on this site, as shown by the aerial imagery. Not only wooded swamp to the north, but a valley of flooded woods that extends through the center of the property. The shoreline is marked by various unauthorized docks and bulkheading, and unpermitted walkway as well. There is an unheated, non-inhabitable frame cottage along the shoreline as well. There is a preliminary advisory report on file dated January 31, 2024. This is an application that also had to go before the Central Pine Barrens Commission because the property is in a core preservation area. Early on, I recommended to the applicant who's interested in building a new home that the majority of the existing frame cottages at the property should be demolished and removed, that the new two-story home should be sited as far back on the property as possible, that all the various septic systems should be abandoned, and that a new IA or WTS should be installed. I also recommended that the shoreline be reclaimed, leaving only the one permitted dock in the northwest corner. I indicated that the cottage lakeside could be retained if it was converted to kayak storage building without plumbing or heating. I also provided the applicant with a sketch calling for the designation of all on-site wetlands as a wetland preservation area, and asking that a 50-foot wide restored naturally vegetated buffer be established landward of the interior wetlands. The applicant was amenable to those recommendations, filed the requisite application with the Central Pine Barrens Commission, did receive final commission approval in January. So the applicant has agreed to all of the mitigative measures that I have recommended. This is an application for which we have sufficient information in order to make a determination. As such, I'm recommending that the hearing requirement be waived.
Motion to waive the public hearing?
Second.
Resolved that the Town Conservation Board hereby waives the public hearing requirement pursuant to Chapter 325, Section 325-80 of the Town Code. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution to issue modification, CB 21003, Ralph Petrillo and Mia Petrillo.
This is a property on East Beach Drive in the hamlet of North Sea, with frontage on both the Little Peconic Bay and Woolly Pond, as described by the resolution. This board had issued a permit back in 2021 in order to allow for residential redevelopment at the site, conditioned upon establishment of maximized restored buffers on both the bay side and the pond side. This recent modification was filed in order to install a generator on a pad that would be located 165 feet landward of wetlands. No other components of the previously authorized construction plans have changed. So the installation of the generator will not result in any adverse wetland impacts. Accordingly, this resolution to approve the requested project modifications to allow for generator installation, so that upon completion of the generator placement, the applicant can file for a certificate of wetland compliance and a CO.
Motion to issue
Question.
the modification?
A question on this. This permit, the resolution shows the permit to be valid until September 11th.
The, we had It's not noted by the resolution, but we had recently renewed this permit as well.
Okay.
You said that the term of the permit expired, is that what you said?
It says, be it further resolved that such permit shall be valid until September
It-
11th, 2024.
Yeah, because the permit was renewed to keep the permit open.
Okay.
That doesn't make sense.
Because the permit had expired on September 11 of last year.
So it's annual, 1-year renewal?
Yes,
Okay,
so they can install the generator and close out the permit. The permit has to be valid when they seek to get a certificate of wetland compliance and a CO from the building
okay.
division. Same applies to your building permit.
All right, and have you made a motion?
I did, yes.
Second.
And we have a second. Resolved that a wetland permit modification be issued to Ralph Petrillo and Mia Petrillo for the proposed project on the terms and conditions set forth therein. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor? Opposed?